Hey guys, what's up? Brand new video on a brand new game. Battlefield 2042 has just released for early access around the world. Well, I say around the world, it's that old New Zealand trick again. It works with Battlefield 2 if you're on Xbox. Now, let's go over some settings. Field of view, we've changed it to 70. Now, don't get confused with other games like Warzone. Field of view works a little bit differently. There's a field of view in display and also in some other areas. So I'll show you that in just a minute. But I've set mine to 70 for now, which sounds low, but it actually isn't. This is for the vertical field of view. So just more on that in just a little bit. Motion blur we have turned all the way down to 0. I don't like it. It just gets in my way, makes the game feel a bit funky. I'm here for the competitive edge. Film grain gone, get rid of that. We don't need it either. It just makes the game look, it's supposed to be more realistic and stuff, but we're not here for that. We're here for that competitive edge again. Audio mix, I've switched to 3D headphones. This is going to really give you the advantage of hearing where shots are being fired, explosions going off. And in Battlefield, that's normally everywhere, to be honest, isn't it? But we'll go on to controller settings. Now, these are the big settings that you're really going to need. Obviously, I play default. I always have with every single game that I've played. So change accordingly to how you like your configurations. Controller vibration, for me, it's off. I don't like controller vibration. Again, immersion, if you like it, great. Not for me. On foot. So this is where it really gets where you should be changing some settings for yourselves. I've upped my soldier aim sensitivity to 30. It's just going to give me a little bit more movement for aiming. I don't adjust my aim too much. I'm a very slow sensitivity player. A lot of you like to be quite snappy, but this is Battlefield. It's quite slow, let's be honest. Aim assist, whack that up to 100%. There's no reason why you shouldn't be abusing aim assist if you're playing on controller. Again, we're going to be playing against PC players with mouse and keyboard, and they can use a whole arm to aim, a whole limb. And we've only got our thumb, so make sure you stick that to 100%. Field of view, again, we've got it on 70. ADS field of view, make sure this is on. This will help you. Trust me. Trust me. Soldier sprint, I've got it on toggle. You're running over some long distances, it's better not to have to hold in sprint all the time. You can have double tap forward to sprint. I don't like this. Sometimes in a situation where things are getting a bit hectic and you do double tap, you don't want to sprint into an enemy and get your face ripped off. Sprint button, obviously just the left stick in. Soldier weapon zoom, hold, typical Call of Duty style. Some of you know me from PUBG, where I actually played toggle on PUBG. PUBG is very slow. Where Battlefield is a little bit faster, especially Battlefield 2042. So we're going to leave it on hold this time, and that is probably my pro tip for this, because firefights can get a little bit frantic. Parachute auto deploy I have as off, because I don't like it. I like to be in complete control of when I want to pull my parachute, and if I don't want to and I want to break my legs, I will break my legs. Shout out Tim the Tapman. No, I always have mine off. There's air spawn, parachute auto deploy. Yeah, you should have this on, because if you think you're going to spawn on somebody on the ground, it's actually air. You don't want to just drop to your death, so you just want like a few seconds just to react on that one. Quick throw grenades, we are gonna basically put that on. You know, we don't want to delay throwing grenades. We want to spam them out, so make sure that's on. Obviously revive, you can have this on whatever you want. I've got mine on toggle. Hold for skip revive. Basically, we're just gonna kill ourselves if we're down on the floor. Not a problem. This is all advanced stuff. This is all going to be to your liking. I'm not going to change any of this. I'm going to let it slide. If there's something I need to change in the future, it won't be by much. Again, you can really dive deep into your zoom in sends, but I'm not going to. That's just not me, and that's how we're going to play this one out. All right, we went through quite a little bit there. Again, the last thing, controller tuning, dead zones. This is all personal to your controllers, but trust me when I say this, if you can have lower dead zones, it's going to make a world of difference when you are in 1v1 firefights and even more. I try and have my dead zones down to about 5. This is a good zone where it's not going to take over and the control is just going to start moving your aim. It depends on your controller. If your controller's bad and it's a bit used, it's probably going to have a bit of stick drift, and that's what dead zone is for, to counteract. But again, lower the better. I try and play on 5, that's where my controller's not moving. So basically it's going to give that real instant snappy aim rather than having to move the stick quite a bit for it to start realizing I want to aim. So having lower is going to make your aim a hell of a lot more precise. Okay, for accessibility, these are all personal options to you. These aren't, I'm not going to tell you what you should have or what you should do. I have all my settings pretty much default. I have changed motion blur though. There is 0 motion blur in my game. Again, it just makes things a bit fuzzy. You can't really see straight, and why on earth would you want that when you can just turn it off and you can see everything perfectly the entire time? Other than that, reload hints on. Sometimes I don't realize I'm on 2 bullets left in my magazine after a fight and I just forget to reload. Must be old age, the grand age of 27 that I am. Those crackerjack kids at 18, yeah, they're a little bit more on it these days than I am. Control of vibration though, again, off. Make sure these are off. There's quite a few options that come up kind of like twice, so just definitely go through most of the menus, if not all, and just really turn off things that you would have in other games to make it more comfortable for yourselves. Hints for controls I have off. I'm pretty familiar with Battlefield controls. If you're not, make sure you keep them on. It'll keep everything just running safely for you and kind of nice. You won't really get stuck in a vehicle or anything quite like that. Subtitles, sure, have them on if you need them. Again, steady scope. This is all stuff we went through before. It comes up quite a few times, but it's quite nice actually. And then again, controller mapping, you can really map your controllers personally to what you like. This is quite nice. Like I said, I play default, but you can go through and change every single bit of control that you want. So if you are, say, a disabled gamer and you struggle to play with default controls or any of the controller settings it gives you, you can fully map to how you can or like to play. Alright guys, so that is my pro controller settings. Trust me, use these, adjust them maybe slightly to your own liking, but make sure as you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because it really helps me, and leave a comment what you want to see in Battlefield content going down the line, because I'm going to be bringing you a ton more Battlefield 2042 content. Until then, see you in the next one.